So how do you think, how can you manage a balance between family and the demands of the service?
एक मोटिवेशन और एक सेल्फ हेल्प टिप आप अपने आप को जो देती हैं वो बताइए.
The thing that is not started today will never finish tomorrow.
जेंडर न्यूट्रलिटी और जेंडर इक्वलिटी दोनों में से क्या ठीक है?
Is caste being replaced by class today? What is the role of teacher in your life?
ये नहीं पूछ रहा, मैं पूछ रहा हूँ देखो सोसाइटी में तो सभी लोग रह रहे हैं, आदमी रह रहे हैं, बच्चे रह रहे हैं,
Yes, sir.
औरतें सब रह रहे हैं. ऐसा क्या हुआ कि औरतें ही दबी?
May I get in, sir?
Yeah, please come, please come.
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir.
Please. You don't have to ask to get seated.
Okay, sir.
You just come stand there and the board will ask you to please have a seat.
Okay, sir.
The
I'll
first
take care of it next time.
So, Shraddha, you did your BSc in Civics Honours.
Yes, sir.
So now you are pursuing some PG or
No, sir. No.
so? What are you doing nowadays?
Sir, I'm preparing for UPSC examination. So right now I'm concentrated on that itself.
What subjects you have shortlisted for them?
Sorry, sir, for the
What optional subjects you have shortlisted?
optional, I'm studying, I've taken my optional as sociology.
So, any motivation? How do you come to target this career?
So some of it was a personal aspect and some of it was a motivation that I got from all the surrounding environment that I had. So both of that clubbed together and I somehow came to a conclusion that this is my calling and maybe this is something I'm made for.
What feature and prospects of these services attracts you?
So the power to change, basically. Most importantly, you also get to work for the society, for the betterment of the society, and being a part of society, the only career option that would allow me to give my best and make efficient change, a huge impactful change, I thought this service was the best option for me to choose. So I opted for it.
As a woman, option for All India services, what kind of feeling of security gives you?
Sir, I didn't understand your question. Can you?
Generally, in particular Indian society, it is believed that women, when go for services or business, a sense of insecurity is there.
Yes.
So, how do you rate these services for that purpose? Sense of security in society.
Sir, looking after the condition of society that we live in today, by far India has developed a lot in the terms of its society, but there are still a lot of stigmas and dogmas that prevail in the society. And I think the condition of women is a significant part that we need to focus upon when we study the society of our country. And I think these services provide us an opportunity to excel and to, rise like an epitome for the future generations to come. Because if today I think of great women personalities that are there in my country, I don't think I would be able to recall very easily those personalities as compared to that of the male personalities. So I think this career can give me that chance to work so well so that I could set an example for the future generations to recognize and come and see. And maybe this would help for the enhancement of the women condition that we have right now in the country.
There are always pros and cons for any
Yes, sir.
services. So these services demands around the clock availability of the person engaged in service.
Yes, sir.
So that's a delicate balance between family and service.
Yes, sir.
That is a big question.
Yes, sir.
The women particularly who are in these services, they face it day to day. So how do you think, how can you manage a balance between family and the demands of the service?
Sir, I think when a woman works at home, be it housemaker or be it a working woman, there is an inbuilt, qualities that a woman has of multitasking. Whether they're in home, they balance out their home very well to raise the children, to look after the house, to cook meals, to clean the home, to look after the health of the family. So gradually they have their general instincts of multitasking. And I think emotional balancing also is a quality that women pertains by its birth. It is something we already have in us. So maybe this multitasking quality can help me manage my career and my family very well. Because there have been leading women who have balanced it till date, and I think if they did, they could have done that. So maybe I also have that potential to manage it efficiently.
So, in your upbringing,
Yes, sir.
what do you feel? There is a general stigma on Indian society that generally girl child are dictated by male dominance in the families.
Yes, sir.
So, do you have such experience in your family, or you have a different?
Sir, I think I come from a family where I've never been, faced any sort of discrimination.
No gender discrimination.
No. I have been given my choices of career as I deemed fine. I have been allowed to choose for options that I feel fine, and there is just an instinct of male dominance where I see is in the interference in my personal life of where I stay, where I go. And I think that comes out of a sense of security that my parents or my male parents has towards me, as we can see the condition of crime rates that are raising against the women in the country. So maybe it is out of, like safety, sense of security they pertain for me. Other than that, I haven't experienced any sort of discrimination in my family upbringing.
Shraddha,
Yes, sir.
you have mentioned capturing sunrise in your extracurricular activities. How do you capture the sunrise?
It's a normal photo that we take from our Android phone or maybe an iPhone.
Do we call it capturing or photographing?
So not essentially photographing because it's not a part of a professional photography.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought maybe writing a professional word like such as photography here would have been wrong because I don't pertain such qualities of professional photography. So
One indication is there. Then you are an early riser.
Yes, sir.
An early riser can capture the sunrise.
Yes, sir.
And you have mentioned about reading.
Yes, sir.
What sort of books or journals you like to read?
Sir, I usually like to read non-fiction novels, self-help books that helps me to, motivate and give me a sense of belonging to this world I'm in. Sometimes I feel like that I don't understand a lot of things, and when I emerge towards reading good books, it kind of gives me a lot of solutions. So that's why I like reading self-help books and motivational novels.
आपने जितनी भी अभी तक किताबें पढ़ी हैं उसमें आपने एक टर्म मेंशन करी सेल्फ हेल्प बुक्स और दूसरा मोटिवेशनल कुछ रीडिंग.
Yes, sir.
एक मोटिवेशन और एक सेल्फ हेल्प टिप आप अपने आप को जो देती हैं वो बताइए.
Some motivation is, I always look after a quote that I've read once. The thing that is not started today will never finish tomorrow. That means whenever I'm in a procrastinating mood or I feel like I'm not giving in all in, and I'm delaying the work I need to do, I give myself a tip that if I don't start it right now, here, it will never finish tomorrow. So yeah, this is one quote that I stick to very religiously. And self-help, I think I've read a book called Ikigai. So from that book, I've gathered some points such as positivity and optimism that you need to lead a good and positive life, to give out your... it is basically a book about the centenaries, the persons who live for 100 years. So that gave me a great insight about how positivity can play a great role in your life. So yeah, the positivity and optimism is something I look forward to.
What was your optional in UPSC?
So sociology.
Can you define Indian society for me?
Yes, sir. Indian society is basically a part of a lot of characters. The study of Indian society is called as Indology, and the father of Indian Indology we call to Sir G.S. Ghure. Then there are a lot of other Indologists such as M.N. Srinivasan. then A.R. Desai. These are the few sociologists that have studied the Indian society in a great dimension. Then we can define Indian society such as, there are a lot of dimensions in the Indian society basically, religiously, politically, and in the other factors also. It is a quite diverse society. We have a lot of, can I just take a minute, sir, to think of it? Okay, India, as we know, is a secular state. So we have a lot of religion going on. We have a lot of caste. We have a lot of tribes. Then there are other factors pertaining to the status of women, scheduled caste, scheduled categories. So India is a diverse state, and to study that, we need to study from its roots. So yeah, I would define the Indian society as such.
As you have mentioned that your mother is a teacher.
Yes, sir.
What is the role of teacher in your life or anyone's life?
Sir, role of teacher is something, it's not specifically a teacher that we have in our schools. A teacher can be anyone in our every span of life. Such as when I was a kid in my school, I had my teachers and they were the one who gave me grave interest to what is my character as in. Like sometimes I don't understand what kind of personality I am, but that role was played very well by my teachers who helped me shape and determine that I'm a person which holds a great interest in certain subjects. I have honesty, I have dedication, I have a lot of potential that I can achieve. So yeah, that motivation and that initiation was given by my teachers. So I think that is the role that a teacher played in my life, or whatever role a teacher can play in somebody else's life.
Who's the role model, Shraddha, for you?
So for me, my role model is my mother. Basically, she was the person I got serious about because she always motivated me to get serious about my life, to look after myself, to look after my studies. So I think she is somewhere my role model because in spite of all the difficulties that comes and goes, she always teaches me to stay positive in life. So yeah, I think she's the one.
श्रद्धा, एक सवाल मैं रिपीट करूंगा.
Yes sir.
पहले भी पूछा गया था, सीकर का नाम सीकर क्यों है?
सर सीकर का नाम सीकर का नाम बीरबान का बास था. Is it okay, sir, if I continue in English? Sir, Sikar was initially called Birban Ka Bas, and it was a largest estate of the Jaipur dynasty. Then it was earlier ruled by Gaur dynasty, later defeated by the Shekhawat Rajputs. It was then gifted by Daulat Ram Singh to Raja Ram.
इसका नाम में क्या रोल है?
सर राव शेख ऐसे एक राजा थे जिनके ऊपर उन्हें गिफ्ट किया था, तो उनकी एक मेमोरी में उसका नाम सीकर रखा गया.
श्रीकर था पहले?
नहीं सर, पहले बीरबान का बास था.
फिर आप दोबारा पढ़िए.
सॉरी.
जेंडर न्यूट्रलिटी और जेंडर इक्वलिटी.
सॉरी सर.
दोनों में से क्या ठीक है?
जेंडर न्यूट्रलिटी एंड
इक्वलिटी.
सर आई थिंक जेंडर न्यूट्रलिटी इज अ बेटर ऑप्शन.
रिसेंटली इंडियन आर्मी के अंदर ये बड़ी बहस का मुद्दा बन रहा है, क्यों?
सॉरी सर, आई एम नॉट अवेयर ऑफ द फैक्ट राइट नाउ.
एक जनरल साहब का लेटर है, वो बाहर आया है मीडिया में, जिसमें जनरल साहब ने ये कहा है कि जो लेडी ऑफिसर्स होती है वो इतनी कॉम्पिटेंट नहीं होती फौज में. आपका क्या मानना है इस बारे में?
Sir, I don't think it is a point that we could consider because I think women have excelled in the field of the army. There are a lot of females who have been holding the positions and the ranks in the army. So we cannot say that on the basis of just the gender we can determine or we can give a cliche point that women are not
आपके
compatible.
पास सोशियोलॉजी रही है?
Yes sir.
विमेंस को डोमिनेट किया गया हिस्ट्री में.
Sorry sir.
मानते हो इस बात को?
Women's को
डोमिनेट किया गया, उनको दबाया गया है.
Yes sir.
क्यों?
Sir, I think there were a lot of points that we could consider in this fact. First of all, initially when we see from the ancient history time, when we study history and we start with the ancient times, there were certain cases of matriarchal society, matrilineal societies, but gradually and slowly the societies changed. Some were becoming patrilineal and patriarchal society.
मैं पूछ रहा हूँ देखो सोसाइटी में तो सभी लोग रह रहे हैं, आदमी रह रहे हैं, बच्चे रह रहे हैं, औरतें
Yes, sir.
सब रह रही हैं. ऐसा क्या हुआ कि औरतें ही दबी?
Okay, sir.
आदमी क्यों नहीं दबा?
Sir, I think the muscular power that man carried, it kind of shaped an image of man to be stronger than women, and I think therein women was made suppressed.
प्रूव नहीं करता कि मस्कुलर पावर मैटर करता है?
Yes, sir. It kind of mattered in the earlier times when the societies were just gradually developing.
अभी नहीं करता.
Sir, अभी के लिए there are a lot of other options. The society has evolved as in that way. So in earlier times पहले hunting and gathering तरह की subsistence methods हुआ करती थी, तो उस way में masculinity को एक दर्जा दिया जाता था.
आपने टेंट पिचिंग की?
No sir, not exactly. I went to camping but not tent pitching.
कैंप में रहे तो?
Yes sir.
कौन सी घाट लगाई जाती है टेंट को टांगने के लिए?
Sir, I'm not aware of the fact. I'm sorry.
आप सूरज के साथ obsessed हैं?
Yes sir.
क्या उसमें से?
Sir, I really like watching sunrises because it kind of gives me a feeling that no matter what happened yesterday, every day is a new day, and today you can begin from the very fresh start. So yeah.
किसी दिन बादल रहे सूरज नहीं होगा तो?
Sir, बादल नहीं रहे सूरज नहीं होगा, but there will be some day, next day when there will be sun
तो
again.
मोटिवेशन नहीं आएगा?
Sir, motivation आएगा, but sun is something that is eternal. It is never going to be erased. It is the source of existence of this entire earth and this universe. So yeah, it is always going to be there.
श्रद्धा, ये सोशियोलॉजी आपका सब्जेक्ट है. इंडिया इज एमिंग फॉर growth to a developed country, but the social stratification in our society and this caste divide, can you think that we can achieve that goal of a developed country by carrying all these social stratification and caste divide along with?
So we can look at it and do two different ways. First of all, the 2047 goal of PM Sir, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, it can be achieved if pertaining to the present social stratification, because we have existed as this country in this social stratification for a long time now, and even now we can exist in that form if it is in a positive way. But we can also see it in a way कि अगर like if we don't change the strata that we are in right now, it might slow down the process of development. We can be developed, but that would slow down the process. So in order to speeden up that, we shall foresee the social strata that we are in right now. As the last landmark judgment of Supreme Court on the sub-quota classification of SC/STs, Supreme Court gave a judgment in the favor of a sub-quota classification, but the people retaliated, and it somehow showed that even the Supreme Court of India, the greatest judicial body, it had to revert its decision, or it could not achieve the goal that it aimed because of the current social strata. So I think that is the reason that it would slow down the process of being a developed nation by 2047. So yes, we can change the social stratification to some extent, and even if it is not changed, we might achieve the goal, but the time might get a little delayed. I think that.
There is an observation that this pinch of social stratification or caste discrimination varies from place to place.
Yes, sir.
From village to metro cities.
Yes, sir.
You lived here.
Yes, sir.
You take your education in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
And did you visit some village?
Yes, sir.
So this pinch of stratification or caste discrimination, do you feel it uniformly exist in all societies, either village, city or metro?
Yes, sir. I think a pinch of stratification is always present in every part of the society. If we go in the village, there is some site of discrimination.
Village, we agree.
Yes.
But what about, I would like to quote one thing from Ambedkar, who said that the major source of exploitation is our village. He wanted to destroy villages. Urbanization gives you de-stratification. So, do you feel a person living in Bombay flats or in Delhi community living, have you feel or have you faced any that kind of inquiry there?
Yes, sir. I think it still prevails in the urbanized or metropolitan cities, irrespective of the fact that they are modern in values and culture. It is just the form of stratification changes there. Always the stratification comes out of the holding of production or holding of wealth. Generally in village, the stratification was also based on the wealth. So, and in cities also, some people are wealthier than the other people, and they might deem of the other people who are less wealthier as the different part of the strata of the society. So I think there's a pinch of social strata even present in the metropolitan cities.
State government bureaucracy is the biggest shelter of this caste recognition structure. When you suppose you enter the All India services, you will feel this discrimination more than ever.
Okay, sir.
Do you agree or not?
Yes, sir, it can be. Because even in the bureaucrats or even in the bureaucracy, we have general people who are residing in India, who have grown up in India, in the culture of India. So there's always a pinch of personality, pinch of this character in their personality. So I think there might be some stances or instances where I might be able to face such a situation there.
Mentally, you have to prepare.
Yes, mentally I'm prepared.
Yes.
Going along the same lines, Shraddha,
Yes, sir.
is caste and class, are they both complementing each other, or is caste being replaced by class today?
Sir, I think caste and class are complementary to each other.
Justify.
Sir, there are a lot of times when there is caste and classes within the caste existing mutually, and they are complementing each other. Such as if we see religious caste, such as we have a lot of castes present in our Rajasthan also, such as Brahmins, Rajputs. But even if we go into that particular caste, anyone, for example, if I take a Brahmin caste and if I study that, we have a class division among the caste itself. There are some good as they say that there are some good and wealthy Brahmins, then they say there are some lower Brahmins. So I think the class is pertaining even inside the caste factor because of the wealth or maybe education or maybe the lifestyle they are living in. So I think they both are complementary to each other.
Last question from my side, Shraddha.
Yes, sir.
If you get into the services, how important for you will be your class and how important for you will be your caste? Which will be the more prominent role?
Sir, I think after getting into the services, I will not be inclined to neither caste nor class. Because for me, I think if I'm getting into the services, that will be a service for the nation. And if I count to the caste or class point in my mind, I might not be able to perform my duties efficiently. So I think I will keep aside both of them and just work as a bureaucrat.
Do you have the choice?
Yes, sir.
Can you leave behind your caste?
No, sir, we can't leave behind the caste. But if I'm coming into this services, nobody forced me into the service. This was the option that I took on myself. So if I had to leave that caste and class behind, then I'm ready to do that, I think, to be an efficient bureaucrat.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
सदा कास्ट को फेवर करने में कुछ लॉजिक्स दीजिए। अगेंस्ट नहीं जाना, आपको फेवर करना है कि कास्ट होनी चाहिए।
Okay, sir. Can I take a moment, sir, to think about it?
Sure.
Okay, sir. I think caste is some sort of identity that a person gets, sort of a history that a person gets about itself. Like even today, my caste is Brahmin, so I can think I have an identity that this caste has given me and an ancestry or history that I carry with myself. So if I want to know about the history of my family, history about my community, I can look upon a lot of factors, a lot of things that I've mentioned in the history. So I think it is just a sense of identity or security that a person gets living in a society or something he gets to be a part of.
ये तो पर्सनल हुआ।
Yes, sir.
सोशल पे समाज क्यों जाता जातियां बनी रही?
Sir, in the older times when the caste developed, it was with the beginning of the Varna system. there was a 4-1 classification of Brahmin, Kshatriya, Shudra and Vaishya, which was initially based on the occupation that they did. There was no rigidity within the Varnas. Brahmin could have become a Kshatriya, Kshatriya could have become a Vaishya, but later on in the Vedic period or more early post-Vedic period, the Varna system became rigid. The son of a Brahmin would have become a Brahmin. So I think that was just for a classification of the initial society that we were living in. So I don't.
सिस्टम बताया.
Yes, sir.
आश्रम सिस्टम भी है हमारे यहाँ. है ना? ब्रह्मचर्य, गृहस्थ, वानप्रस्थ,
संन्यास.
वानप्रस्थ और संन्यास में क्या अंतर होता है?
सर, वानप्रस्थ के अंदर the person leaves his household, his family life, and goes into the shadow of studying, knowing insights and knowledge. And sannyas ke andar he takes moksha and he just waits, studies the death and life itself. So I think that is the thin line difference between the Vanprastha and sannyas.
There is a difference. Vanprastha permits you limited attachment. You can stay with your wife.
Okay.
But in sannyas, total detachment. No one is of your, no father, no mother, no village, no nationality. So, directly is in total. One thing I would like to ask you, in the present scenario, when we are aspiring to become a developed nation,
Yes, sir.
and for developed nation, we do need some creative, innovative generation, or generation which is inclined to take sales services, which is suitable to achieve that goal.
Sir, I think both of it is needed. A generation that is inclined towards the civil services and a generation that is inclined towards the different innovative ideas. Because in the position that we are currently in, we need to do something new to achieve a new change in our society. So for that, innovative ideas and the there are a lot of generations still going on. There are millennials, Gen Z, and there's a new generation that's coming, which is called as Gen Beta. So I think innovation and the old school ideas both need to be clubbed so as to achieve the goal that you are aiming for.
फिर भी पिछली बार वाले ही सारे हैं. पिछली बार साइंस के बेसिक्स में दिक्कत थी, इस बार सोशलॉजी में, है ना? थोड़ा सा कॉन्सेप्ट वाइज उसको पढ़ो. चीज़ें रट लेने से वो इतना नहीं आ पाता, है ना? जैसे अभी सर ने वो वानप्रस्थ वाला और संन्यास वाला बताया, माइनर डिफरेंस है लेकिन है.
Yes,
है ना? इसके अलावा क्रॉस लेग दो आप.
sorry sir.
क्रॉस लेग है.
वैसे मैं देखता नहीं हूँ मैं, ये इनका डिपार्टमेंट है, लेकिन मेरे को हो गया नोटिस.
Sir, actually, I was not cross-legged initially, but the table height, the chair height is somewhere. So I was shaking, my legs were shaking. So I thought maybe I should cross the legs.
You should not shake your legs as well as cross leg.
Okay, sir.
एक और चीज़ है कि
Try to wear high heels. If you feel if this same height chair will be provided there, then there is you have to remain.
Okay, sir.
पिछली बार
Take high
आपको
heels. Correct.
पिछली बार आपको एक चीज़ बताई थी कि बहुत सारी चीज़ें जब डीएफ पर मेंशन कर देते हैं तो सामने वाले के पास बहुत सामान होता है सवाल पूछने के लिए. इस बार आपने उसको थोड़ा सा ठीक किया, काफ़ी चीज़ें हटाई, लेकिन फिर आपने कुछ मेंशन किया कि आपको कैंपिंग में कोई अवार्ड मिला है.
Yes, sir.
टेंट पिचिंग तो कैंपिंग का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट होता है.
Sir, actually, the mountain hiking which I went for, it was in my grade 9 in school. So we didn't learn to pitch the tents or as in
जब
that.
भी आप ये कह रहे हो कि आपको कैंपिंग में अवार्ड मिला है, तो आपका जो स्कूल में हो उसके बियॉन्ड भी एक बार थोड़ा नेट पे सर्च कर लो कि ये क्या चीज़ होता है.
Okay, sir. I'll take care of it next time.
नोट्स वगैरह होती है इसके अंदर, क्या पैटर्न होता है, थोड़ा बहुत, क्योंकि अगर आपको डेप्थ में इसको मेंशन कर रहे हो ना तब ये इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है. वैसे अगर आप नॉर्मली कहते हैं ना कि भाई मेरे स्कूल के अंदर मेरे को ऐसा अवार्ड मिला था, तो आदमी फिर भी देख लेता है कि 50 साल 60 साल 50 साल 2-3 साल पहले की बात है, 4-5 साल पहले की बात है, भूल भी गई होगी, लेकिन यहाँ मेंशन किया, इसका मतलब आप चाहते हो कि हम उसमें पूछें.
Okay, sir. I'll take care of it next time.
फिर वो परफेक्ट होना चाहिए.
Thank you, sir.
तो जो आपका जवाब था, उन्होंने पूछा था मैंने पूछा था कि कास्ट वाला फैक्टर कैरी करेगा सर्विसेज में, आपने कहा हाँ, यू हैव टू डिनाई इट।
Okay, sir.
Our state is a secular state and it's a casteless state. When you becomes part of a state, then every caste is equal to, you have to deal every caste on the same platform.
Okay, sir.
So this will maybe there might be some person sitting from backward class or reserved class, they will definitely deprive you.
Okay, sir. I'll take care of it.
Because caste system जो पूछा था सर ने, उसका आपने जवाब नहीं दिया, तो जस्ट आस्किंग की pros and cons, he generally asks the pros of the caste. Upper caste use caste as a tool of oppression, discrimination, exploitation. While when you go for lower caste, they use this tool for their social security, to defend themselves from upper caste exploitation.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
So both use our defense. In caste they feel security, and upper caste use this caste tool as a tool of exploitation and oppression, and they use it as a their defensive tool against exploitation of the upper caste. So this caste configuration goes like this.
Okay, sir.
And never ever say that you believe in caste or this will affect your service. Although it's a naked truth, it goes on the structure, but when you enter civil services, you have to deny it. There is no caste. You will find the people who will leave their surname when they enter the services. Upinder is also example of this.
ये चीज थोड़ा देखो कि जो सामने बैठे हैं वो आपकी बात को बहुत ध्यान से सुन रहे हैं। मेरा सवाल पूछने का रीजन ये था कि आपने सपोर्ट कर दिया कास्ट को, मैंने तुरंत उसके पोस्ट को पूछ लिया। फिर आपने पर्सनल बताया तो मैंने कहा नहीं सोसाइटी में बताओ, क्योंकि आगे जाके काम तो आप समाज में करने वाले हो। वहाँ आपके पास पॉइंट नहीं मिला, तो वो वहाँ से उठ के आ जाती है चीजें।
कास्ट किसी को पर्सनल सिक्योरिटी नहीं देती, वो कंबाइंड कम्युनिटी
कलेक्टिव
Collective
आइडेंटिटी,
security.
वो उसके लिए वो एक्सप्लॉइटेशन का टूल है अपर कास्ट के लिए, और लोअर कास्ट के लिए वो
Defensive
डिफेंसिव मैकेनिज्म है।
Okay, sir. I'll take care of it next time.
क्रॉस लेगेड तो सर ने बता ही दिया।
Yes, sir.
और एक दो वर्ड्स हैं जिसको थोड़ा सा अवॉइड करना है। एक तो यू नो, अगर हमको पता ही होता तो हम पूछते ही नहीं, है ना। और थोड़ा सा डैफ के अंदर में ये कैप्चरिंग सनराइज, ये बड़ा वेग है। रीडिंग अगेन स्लाइटली वेग, डांस अगेन वेग। क्यों? क्योंकि फिर वो डांस के फॉर्म पे जाएगा, आपके डांस को फिर वो क्लासिकल डांसेस फॉर कुछ भी, कहीं से भी कुछ भी, आपको कुछ जॉनर मेंशन करना पड़ेगा और कुछ अपनी डैफ को थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्टिंग बनाना है। अभी आपके डैफ में कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं मिल रहा, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं आपका ये जो थर्ड फोर्थ पेज है, ये आपके डैफ को जितना इंटरेस्ट यहाँ से जनरेट होगा वहाँ ही आपके सवाल जनरेट होते हैं। मोस्टली ये जो आपके अचीवमेंट्स हैं, गेम्स हैं, प्राइसेस, स्कॉलरशिप्स, एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज़, एजुकेशनल बैकग्राउंड, ये यहीं से ही आपका पूरा इंटरव्यू शेप होता है। थोड़ा सा इसको इंटरेस्टिंग अपन बनाएंगे।
रीडिंग हॉबी बताते हैं ना, क्वेश्चंस का स्कोप बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है। When you say just tell your favorite author, favorite book, then this questioning will go towards that direction. And whenever you mention a book, always have a deep study about its author and its biography.
Okay, sir.
Not only book.
एक लास्ट चीज है, बी पॉइंट टू पॉइंट। जब भी कोई सवाल पूछा जाए, जैसे 2-3 सवाल में हुआ था ऐसा मेरे को, जब पूछा था तो आपने हिस्ट्री बताने लगे थे, दूसरी चीज बताने लगे थे, तो सवाल मेरा था उसका जवाब नहीं।
कास्ट का जब ये प्रॉस पूछ रहे थे कि व्हाट द ये बेनिफिट्स ऑफ कास्ट, देन यू वंडर और ये सारा रीजन दैट वाज नॉट नीडेड।
राव शेखा जी का नाम आपने लिया था, राव शेखा जी के नाम से शेखावटी है, सीकर नहीं। शेखावटी सीकर से ब्रॉड रीजन है,
Okay, sir.
ठीक है।
Sir, I read about it because last time you asked the same question. तो मैंने जहाँ से पढ़ा, it was written कि it was gifted in the name of राव शेखा, तो उसका नाम बीरबान का बास से सीकर कर दिया.
बीरबान का बास तो शेखावटी का एक बहुत छोटा सा एरिया है, जो सीकर वाला एरिया है,
It was the capital of Tikana Sikar basically.
ठीक है।
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.